What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to work with sample packs. And how I prefer using sample packs is to use a MIDI controller. I'm going to be using the MK3 by Native Instruments, but if you don't have this one, that's okay. Just find some type of MIDI controller that works with your DAW. That way you can actually perform the samples like an instrument instead of just drawing in the beat with your mouse. Okay, so what I've started here is a new session in Logic. I'm going to start a new track, a new instrument track. I'm going to load the machine software, which is essentially my sampler. But you don't have to use this. You can use the sampler that comes with your DAW. In my case, I have to load the sampler plugin on each track. But I'm only going to do this about 6 times. Kick, snare, closed hat, open hat, crash, and clap. Just to start. So once you have your sampler ready to go, all you have to do after that is just drag the samples onto each track. And this beat pack that I'm working with is one that I made, and you guys can buy it on Gumroad. I'll put the link in the description. Once you download it and open it, you'll get these 3 folders, and just click on drums and then one shots. Click on one shots and then drums, and then just drag each of the one shots into your sampler to start building your kit. I like to start with kick, then snare, then closed hat, then open hat. And then above that, I'll put a crash and then a clap. And now that you've got it loaded onto your sampler, you can use your controller to perform the beat. I've got fixed velocity set to maximum. Now let's record a pattern. We'll make this pattern 2 measures long. That was way off. Yeah, let's try that again. This time I'm going to turn the tempo down to 90 BPM. That felt pretty good. Let's quantize the notes just in case. And now we have our drum beat. So what I like to do in this case is convert this beat to audio. That way I can just loop it on the timeline in my DAW session. And I just repeat the beat. an even amount of times. 8 times for now. So when it comes to tonal sounds, I've also provided some tonal sounds in the beat pack. A few notes in the lead section, a few notes in the bass section. But the idea is that you can drag the C note into your sampler and then just perform it from there. But let me show you these samples here. These are chords that you can use for the rhythm section, and it will help fill the background of your mix. Let's check out some of these chords. I'm going to drag a C minor chord down and just use a portion of the sample. I have to fix the audio routing. That second chord that I dragged in is a D minor. Let's try a different chord. Here's a G minor. And I just trimmed the sample in half. That sounded pretty good. Let's swap them around. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So now what I've done is I made that D chord, that D minor chord repeat again, and I've applied 808 samples from the pack. I just used the root note of each chord, so the progression is C, G, the progression is G, C, D, then D again, and then I just copied and pasted and repeated that pattern across the beat. Now let me show you an example of how you can use the lead instrument on a sampler to perform it. So all you got to do is drag the C note onto your sampler from the lead section, and you can perform it from there. Dragging in the C note and applying the sampler. Yeah, so this song is in G minor. Let's jam on it for a sec. Let's record a pattern. Let's try that again. I think there's something usable here. I'll go ahead and drag the audio in and probably just use half that pattern. And I'll make sure it doesn't start at the very beginning. I'll have it come in later. Fix the audio routing. You just kind of go from there. You can rearrange these samples in any order and it will sound good. There's a lot more samples to work with in the beat pack, so please check that out. I hope you learned something from this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.